Ove godine festival se u mnogome razlikuje jer imate nekoliko velikih orkestara, pre svega 3 orkestra koji su novosadski, da kažem, odnosno čiji je osnivač izvršno veće Autonomne pokrajine Vojvodine. Imali smo na samom otvaranju orkestra opere Srpskog narodnog pozorišta, potom nastup Vojvođanskog simfonijskog orkestra sa Aleksandrom Markovićem, značajna proslava našeg partnera višegodišnjeg Akademije umetnosti koji će obeležiti 45 godina postojanja i kada će kroz 2 dana nastupiti sa simfonijskim orkestrom uz Kemala Gekića i horom Akademije umetnosti. To su veliki ansambli, znači ta 3 ansambla broje sigurno preko 400-500 izvođača, ali ako vam kažem da pored toga smo se potrudili da dovedemo 2 vrhunska kamerna orkestra, znači Kremeratu Baltiku, očekuje nas još susret sa Litvanskim kamernim orkestrom i Sergejom Krilovim, 2 orkestra koje se sigurno ubrajaju među 5 top orkestra umetničke muzike, kamernih orkestra u svetu. Naravno, Beogradska filharmonija na samom kraju, još jedan veliki ansambl. Mislimo da polako zaokružujemo neku svoju viziju, sve ono što smo želeli, planirali.
Osjećam se odlično, naravno, kad dođem u grad gdje sam proveo toliko mnogo vremena, se osjećam kao kod kuće. Uzbuđenje oko NOMUS-a je opipljivo, oko našeg koncerta, naravno, oko premijere Kaufmanovog koncerta koji ću izvesti večeras. Sve skupa jedna, mislim da je svečana atmosfera. Kad je kompozitor Kaufman došao na moj koncert u Americi, onda je poslije koncerta pristupio i rekao je kako bi želio napisati koncert za mene. I ja sam ga ohrabrio u tome, ali je prošlo od tog momenta puno godina, dok neke otprilike 2012. nije rekao ne mogu više da čekam, valjda je obavio i neke druge ove narudžbe koje je imao i onda je počeo da piše. Ja sam mu dao otprilike neki okvir šta bih ja volio, znači otprilike u smislu forme, dužine i donekle sadržaja. A oko teme smo se složili generalno da može biti neka istorijska tema, ali koja ima opšte ljudski značaj, znači gdje svak može da se prepozna u nekom smislu. Ja sam se uglavnom savjetovao sa njim u vezi sa klavirskom fakturom, jer je on zapravo muzičar koji svira limenjake iz Brooklyna. Znači on nije striktno pijanist, tako da klavirski dio ima dosta moje odgovornosti na to.
I said, I'd love to do a concerto for you, but I'd like it based on the Guernica painting. He thought it was a wonderful idea. Now, in writing the work, I wasn't trying to do a pictorial sound image of the painting. And the work, as you know, is divided into 3 sections. The first movement is most closely related to the painting as I saw it, and the horrors of war. That's what that whole first movement is about. It's not pretty music. I was not trying to write something beautiful. I was trying to write something that was strong and passionate and terrible at the same time. And I think we achieved that.
Andrej Bursač se izuzetno pripremio. Sad ne dajem prazne komplimente, mislim da se pripremio izuzetno jednostavno iz razloga što je on prvo takav, a drugo zato što je partitura takva da je nemoguće izvesti ako nije kompletno pripremljena. Znači ne može se improvizirati, previše je komplicirana partitura sa višestrukim ritmovima, sa divizijima, znači gudači koji sviraju svi različito. Ja mislim da su oni imali veliki broj proba i kad sam došao na prvu probu, nakon probe sam se obratio orkestru i rekao sam da još nijedan orkestar za prvu probu nije bio tako spreman kao ovaj.
It's a very wide-ranging program from this beautiful miniature Schubert piece, which is full of song, as you might expect from Schubert. At the very end of the program, there's a lot of folk song, actually, in Prokofiev's second violin sonata. A lot of dance too, a lot of virtuosity, but I like the contrast between the Viennese song and the Russian song at the end. And then in the middle, these two extraordinary, very personal works written about the same time, actually, around 1918. The first by Edward Elgar, British composer, and the second by Claude Debussy. I feel that they're both very much affected by the times that they were written in. But Debussy's sonata is full of mystery and colour. It's a very sad piece. It's one of the very last works that he wrote. I think he said something very depressing, like, "This just goes to show what a sick old man can write during wartime." And so it's very, it has a darkness to it. Elgar's sonata, less darkness, but it is a deeply, deeply personal work, not often played, I think, outside the UK, as Elgar, in my opinion, is too neglected. There's also a marvelous violin concerto, which should be played much more, with a central movement in the sonata that has incredible fantasy and whimsy, and a lot of heart as well. So it's very nice to play something in the program that's not heard so very often. Alexander and I have known each other for many years, so at this point our programs kind of evolve very naturally from our discussions. There's no sort of obvious, both make suggestions, and then somehow magically we come up with the program that we're interested in. And then it's always a process of introducing gradually new works to our repertoire as well. The Elgar is is relatively new, but we're playing it in the Wigmore Hall in London later this year, so that's another reason why we are playing it quite a bit at the moment. It was more the fact that we are playing it this year already, and you might think that I am the advocate of the Elgar being the Brit, but actually Alexander is really taken with this music and this piece. I think we both feel very strongly that it's an extraordinarily important piece.
Jednostavno, situacija ne samo kod nas ovde, nego u čitavom regionu, a verovatno i u svetu ste svedoci da nikako ne ide na ruke kulturi. Gase se brojni orkestri, operske kuće se zatvaraju. Nama svakako nije lako, Muzička omladina Novog Sada nije na budžetu, mi smo udruženje građana. Bilo je situacija kada smo jednostavno bili prinuđeni i kada smo iskakali iz svega toga, kada smo probijali budžet iz prostog razloga što nas je neko izneverio na konkursu. Nije lako uopšte, ali mali tim Muzičke omladine vrlo vredno i predano radi, priprema se. Nesumnjivo da NOMUS predstavlja praznik muzike u trenutku kada se odvija svake godine u Novom Sadu.
First of all, I was very lucky because I was called by the orchestra to have a part as a chief conductor and artistic director. This is a very special situation, and of course I was dreaming to have a possibility to conduct one day, and in that year I had this invitation from the orchestra, so I was very lucky, and I'm very honored that it was happened. In these 10 years, we did many repertoire, we did many concerts, and we really studied a lot together, and we are still going forward in the feeling of music, and we are getting this music really on a top level. I would say that for me it's one of the best orchestras I ever played with. It's fantastic, first of all, to have a possibility to conduct and to lead the orchestra like Lithuanian Chamber. Of course, to make half of the concert as a conductor and half of the concert as the soloist, it's very complicated for many reasons, very difficult, but very exciting and very free somehow. So this is very special for me all the time, make this kind of concerts where I'm conduct and play. Professional musicians must feel at home in every repertoire. We combine the programs that actually is going really from Baroque to the modern music, and very important is for us, for me, to have in a program the nice music, the music that like public, and we are looking for the programs. For instance, today, beautiful Tchaikovsky Serenade for strings, absolutely amazing feeling of this music. In the second half, total violino virtuoso, but it's also musical program connected, of course, to the technique of the violin, of the totally show-off pieces as little bit of all of them, I would say, because it will be Romance Andaluza, Sarasate, Introduzione e Tarantella, La Carmen, Fantasia Carmen, and Saint-Saëns Introduzione Rondo Capriccioso. So all of these pieces together are really explosive. So this is a main message that we would like to give to the public.
Wales. So there was a project to put these two instruments together. So in Wales, the harp is like our national instrument, and in Senegal and Western African countries, the kora, which is also a harp, is their national instrument. And so throughout Wales, the Arts Council of Wales, they put this project together with a theatre in West Wales.
It was a natural thing, really. We didn't have that. We were enjoying what we do as best as musicians, and we were happy to play some amazing similarities between Wales melodies and Senegalese kora playing, which was, for us was a surprise. But then our open-minded musicians, then suddenly the news became a big thing. We were like, okay.
Yeah, and I think that's what has been so nice about this whole project, is that when we started 6 years ago, there were no expectations really, and
at all.
We were doing it, as I said, because of a project that was put together, and there's a team of people who you don't see on the stage also, and they're involved, and we call ourselves the family now, because we spend a lot of time together, but it's also because we've just grown together, I think, and this project has grown very organically and not with any expectation. And for that reason, I think it's very special to all of us. We come from very different musical backgrounds. So I actually probably did learn it a bit in school. So I went to the Royal Academy in London, and although I did a classical course of music, I also followed courses which were about improvisation and jazz and things. And since I was a little girl, I loved to do that. So that was always part of what I wanted to do, I suppose, even though maybe I didn't do it so much until I met Sekou. But then Sekou doesn't read music. So his world is entirely improvisation, right?
Yeah.
And through your ear.
Yeah, well, it's correct. We got to do a lot of improvisation together. But where I come from, music is passed down from generation to generation. So it's oral passing. It's no written, where we can read or write it. So everything is done by ears. You hear, you copy, you remember, you play it. So it's full of that. And meeting Catherine was really an interesting journey.
Yeah.
When we first tried together, and I'm like, okay, I got to focus because of her classical training. I just like, okay, make sure that whatever we play, the next day is going to be that. But amazing that she got that, ability to come off that page and improvise.
In the first album, it was that we took our traditional music, and we played it together, and we realized that actually some of it matches, and we could create pieces out of the music from our homelands. But actually, the second album is entirely composed, and mainly because, having played together for so long now, we started creating music, so in sound checks or when we were together, we would sit down and write ideas together. So I guess that process has become more fluid and a lot freer, I think.
Yeah, now it's more free. You know, before we were like, I think the first time we were trying to be more careful to not to overplay each other's part, and then, but also we look at, like Catherine said, our traditional borders, like some traditional songs from the southern part of Senegal, where I come from, Casamance, and of course Wales, where she comes from. So we look at that. But that now changed now after 5 years on the road, 6 years. We compose a lot. As I say, if you want a new album from Catherine and Sekou, just book a long tour.
Yeah.
And all the sound check will be like compositions moments. So the process goes from that. And then, of course, we get time to develop it in the studio. So.
Želju da svake godine spremite neki novi, kvalitetniji program, nešto što do sada niste imali priliku da vidite. U tome uglavnom uspevamo. Najteže je kada završite festival i kada podvlačite crtu i shvatite da ste uradili puno i da tu crtu ili lestvicu, kako ja imam običaj da kažem, treba da podignete sledeće godine makar za 1 santimetar više nego što ste to ove godine. To je jako teško postići, ali sa dobrim timom, kažem, s kojim sam okružen, sa ljudima koji veoma predano rade i posvećuju se ovom festivalu, to na kraju ispadne da nije ni tako teško.
Das ist ein tolles Orchester und ich bin sehr glücklich und fühle mich sehr geehrt, immer noch, auch nach 1,5 Jahren, dass man mich zum Chefdirigenten gewählt hat. Ich schätze dieses Orchester außerordentlich. Wir haben eigentlich einen Weg zusammengefunden, Musik zu machen, der mich sehr, sehr befriedigt.
Also ich bin jetzt das 2. Mal in Belgrad mit den Philharmonikern zu Gast. Das 1. Mal war schon vor 16 Jahren. Und also ich finde das Orchester großartig und es macht Riesenspaß, mit diesem Orchester zu spielen. Also ist ein wunderbares Flötenkonzert, das nicht so oft gespielt wird, auch sehr kammermusikalisch besetzt ist im Orchester. Also die einzelnen Instrumentengruppen haben recht viel zu tun. Bassposaune, Klarinette, Fagott. Also lauter Instrumente, die normalerweise in den Instrumentalkonzerten nicht so groß zum Einsatz kommen. Die sind heute besonders gefragt.
Ich glaube, das ist sehr interessant, das Programm, und es läuft eigentlich unter dem Titel Freiheit, könnte man sagen, und unter dem vielleicht auch historischen Titel Freiheit. Also es geht eigentlich zweimal um Freiheit, und zwar einmal in Jean Sibelius Finlandia, das ist ein Stück, was eigentlich die finnische Nationalhymne ist, mehr oder weniger, und das Bestreben nach Unabhängigkeit gegenüber Russland beschreibt von Finnland. Und Egmont von Goethe spielt natürlich in Flandern im 16. Jahrhundert und es geht gegen die spanische Terrorherrschaft und die Inquisition eigentlich auch noch um diese Zeit und die beethovenische Musik zu Egmont ist sehr berühmt geworden. Ich denke, die Vermittlung von klassischer Musik wird immer wichtig bleiben. Also Musik sollte ein Bestandteil unseres Lebens sein. Es wird sehr vieles transportiert über Töne, was manchmal mit Worten gar nicht möglich ist. Es gibt viele Zwischenmeldungen, etwas, was zwischen den Zeilen steht, sagt man so schön im Deutschen. Das kann Musik sehr gut.